All right, so I'm going to be talking about the partnership that we've developed with City Blast. So City Blast is kind of like Hootsuite. If you know what Hootsuite is, it's a social media posting platform. So it's a SaaS company, they software as a service company, but they do this specifically for the real estate vertical. So they only work with real estate agents. They've been in business since 2008 or 2010. Since that time, they've worked with 17,000 real estate agents. They're really well known in the space. And so a few years back, I think maybe 4 years back, I was actually doing some freelance work for City Blast, generated a ton of people for their SaaS business, about 1,000 customers in about 6 to 8 months. So we've always had a really good relationship. And so us getting into these different verticals, I just thought it'd be a good idea to reach out to the founders and see if they would be willing to add our white label service on top of what they already have. And I think this same approach, if we can do it right, so we can really get down to process, if we can do it right, we can approach other SaaS companies who want other income streams. It's really difficult to scale a SaaS business traditionally without either getting huge rounds of seed funding, where you're spending a lot of money in acquiring customers at typically a negative, in the same negative trough that we were in before, right? That's what a lot of SaaS companies do. Or attaching information to your software to create a bigger package. So I think there's a really big opportunity. I definitely want to get this one right first, but I think the idea of the model could work really well for other SaaS companies who just want different revenue streams. So jumping into that, talking about the opportunity. So City Blast boasts a large database, 7,000 active customers, 17,000 past customers, and 80,000 trial accounts. So that's just real estate agents signing up for a trial, giving them all their details. I think they had to put in a credit card as well. So there's a decent sized database that they have. One of the cool things that they're doing currently is growth hacking. A lot of really big companies, Airbnb did this with Craigslist. It's kind of considered gray hat. It's not necessarily all bad or all good. But what they do, they're scraping all the popular listings. So one of the founders, his name is Alan. Alan is a really brilliant developer. And so he developed this for them, which is one of their growth engines. So they're scraping the top websites like Zillow and different posting websites similar to Zillow. And they're scraping 1,500 different posts per day. They're collecting the agent's name, and they're sending them a text message same day or the next day saying, congratulations on your new listing. If you want to reach more people with your listing, check out City Blast. And then there's a link to check out City Blast. Out of the 1,500 that they're doing per day, they're getting 40 to 50 trials per day. And my thought was, on the back of that, we can just push people to book time with us to talk about another level of service. So my conversation with Sean, so Sean and Alan are the two owners. Sean said that there's a lot of opportunity here. They haven't really given this too much oomph. And the 1,500 per day is on the low end. They can scale that way up. So that just gives us an opportunity to do what we do best, which is, jumping on the phone with people once people have booked an appointment. The idea of the sale is going to be really similar to what we're already doing. It's just the jargon of the industry is different. It's the same thing. They need leads. They need those leads to book appointments. They need those appointments to show. And then they need those shows to close. It's the same thing that we do with the gyms. It's just kind of the verbiage of the buyer and seller leads and how agents talk. It's just a slightly different, but it's just something that we're going to need to learn. He's giving us access to their sales team as well. So Art and Rhonda, you can connect with them and pass ideas around as we're implementing this thing. And so what we're going to start off with is database reactivation. And so on the database size of 80,000, the activation range is between 2 to 10%. When we did it for our gym owners, we were getting 10 to 11%. I think a 4% is a really conservative estimate. So on 4% of 80,000, that's 3,200 appointments. Obviously, we wouldn't do that all in one go. We would be sending out, 250 to 500 texts per day with the offer. And then we have the normal conversion rates from there. So 50% show. And I said on a very, very low conservative 10% close, that's 160 clients. Since it's going to be us starting and then kind of training and passing notes to their sales team, we can bring on more people, and we're basically just splitting the revenue between both companies. So once we get something working, we just need to SOP it and then pass it off to their sales team as well, and we can, honestly hammer out the whole database within 3 months with the current size of their team, and bring on the 160 clients. It's a really aggressive scale, so we also need to take into account some other factors as far as managing that many people and service delivery and things like that. So any questions so far?
No.
Keep going, Doc. Yeah, I'm gonna have questions, but I gotta.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So for products, we have what we have, which is going to be the white label ads management. So we need to discuss, or you guys need to just watch the training. Michaela created a document as far as next steps for you, Art, and you, Rhonda, as far as videos you should watch the training that we have on how to position this. But we have the white label ads management and then database reactivation. And then as far as City Blast, they just have what they normally offer, which is their social media posting, and it's an email newsletter. And then they either sell it annually or it's month to month. And the thought was we're going to bundle these two into one offer, but we could offer downsells if someone didn't have the cash to pay, essentially $1,000 or $3,000 for one of the combined products. So 1,000 would be database, 3,000 would be the white label ads management, because we need to collect ad spend up front. So that'd be the 2,000 a month plus 1,000 for ad spend. So next phase is, I just have some stuff I need to do, pass you guys along some information as well as far as positioning and sell. It's very, very similar. All the scripts and everything that we've done for IHP, it's all the same stuff. It's just really, really similar to what we've done in the past. It's just talking to a new market. But I need to create the funnel and an SMS offer. I'm unsure what to offer the real estate agents to entice them to jump on a call. So when we were doing database reactivation for us, we did a 1 month free marketing campaign, because the back end of that was profit share. And then for the gyms, it was going to be a 10-day pass. So I just need a really attractive offer to get people to want to jump on the phone with us that's in line with what we're selling. So it's just going to take some creativity. If you guys have some ideas, that would help me out a lot. That's kind of where I'm getting stuck, is what to offer these 80,000 real estate agents to want them to raise their hand and book a call with us that also is in line with what we'd be selling them.
I don't think we need to come up with a new offer. I think we just continue doing what City Blast is already doing, and then we tack on our product. So they're already calling these people who are saying, yeah, I just posted a listing and I want this product. We say, cool, this product, is $1,400. We also do ad management.
These are two different funnels, like we talked about yesterday.
It's got to come down to leads, right? Leads.
Yeah.
The offer needs to be about leads. That's what agents are going to want.
So this is what they're currently doing. This is what we would be doing. Database is different than what they're currently doing. But other than that, what we're going to be using is a shared CRM. So there's just transparency between both teams. Schedule once to manage bookings. And I have some questions for the white label team that I need to get answered as well. On the sales side of things, we just need a script. What we have is pretty good, so I don't think we need to change too much. We have a ton of scripts already. Training. I'm going to connect with Sean as far as what we'll have as far as offerings. So we have upsells and downsells, starting with our ads management, which is going to be the highest price thing. And then we have to create a CRM. He recommended Pipedrive, which I haven't used yet, but I'll check it out, to manage multiple salespeople and the transparency of where everyone's at in the stages. As far as service delivery, we have onboarding, the process we're going to map out in Monday. Monday.com, we'll be using that. Ordering the white label service is just a document we have. And then CRM delivery. So the white label team has a CRM called WooSender that we're going to be utilizing until Polaris 3.0 is done for these other niches. And then notifying clients when the campaign is active. This is just basic service delivery stuff, but it does need to be thought out so that way we have a really good client experience, which is really our role. Is just the sales. The marketing piece is going to be covered by City Blast. The sales piece is covered by us, and then the service delivery needs to be covered by us as well.
So we're wanting white label ads management, $2,000 a month plus $1,000 ad spend, or is it $1,000 a month? That's plus ad spend, right?
Plus ad spend, correct.
$1,000.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then support, just checking in with the agency clients, seeing how they're doing. And then just internal reporting. So once a month, we have to send reports on how everything's going. Not as important since they are going to have a CRM that's going to tell them everything. It's just kind of a formality in the agency world. The big picture, with just the sheer amount of appointments that we're going to be able to generate, our first goal is to scale back up to, just with this opportunity, to 40K per month. That's monthly recurring revenue. I see this taking us much further. I think we can easily do 6 figures a month or multiple 6 figures with just the sheer size of the database that they have. But that's just the first target on the board. And then develop Polaris 3.0 with the cash, and then target other niches. Polaris is really the focal point. The way I look at business is the consulting piece, like, and the information pieces are good, but they don't add value to the company as far as like resale value or anything like that. The biggest value that we have is developing a proprietary piece of technology backed by data. And that's really what we're going to continue to build out with Polaris. It's just we just need the cash to do so. Just to give you guys a heads up, as far as development horizons, it's going to cost us about $10K to get the basic features of 3.0 done, and probably like 50 grand to get it all said and done, with everything, all the bells and whistles that we wanted. So just numbers to keep in your head as we're pushing forward and getting all this stuff done. So that's it. What questions do you guys have?